where are you really going with all of this? What are you trying to accomplish?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The reason I've written 3 books now. I'm actually finishing up my 4th one, and the reason I wrote these books is to bring people understanding about what happens after we pass, and comfort that life goes on the other side in one way or the other, and to recognize signs on their own, so that they don't need to pay anybody. They don't need to go pay somebody as a medium unless they're they really want comfort. They can learn to do it themselves. Um, and I didn't write these books to make money from them. I wrote them just to help people, and that's what I do. And that's why when people say, can you give me a reading? I don't charge anything for readings. If people email me and someone comes through, I'll just freely give them the messages. I think we're all.
Well, that's why you have to work as a scientist to make a living.
Right, exactly. I have to eat. Feed my dogs.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the reason I wrote it.
It's a passion. It's a passion of yours.
It is. It's a passion.
Okay.
It's a way to help people too and bring comfort. And what's interesting too is that I've been to several wakes since my abilities really took off. And I should say before that in 2005 I lost a puppy who became the world's best canine communicator, and he inspired me to write my first book. As I was writing the book, my dad passed away, and my dad gave more signs than I could ever imagine. He drove my mother crazy the week that he passed away because he kept playing with her electricity and everything else. And then in 2005, I also met the love of my life, and we got married, and that heightened my emotional state, which made me like a beacon to the paranormal, the supernatural. So that also helped with my experiences.
Well, did you know, I mean, I mentioned before that I'm from Eastern Europe, but did you know that, for example, well, Italy is close to Eastern Europe, but did you know that, like, where I was growing up, when somebody passed away, it's a multi-day party. It goes on for 2 to 3 days.
Wow.
And same thing when somebody gets married. It's not like in this country that you go get married, have a ceremony, go somewhere and have some drinks and eat, and it's over. It goes on for several days.
Wow. Well, life is a celebration, and you know how to take advantage of that. That's awesome.
And by the way, that used to be pretty scary to me because I was just a little kid. When somebody passed away, they actually put him in a coffin, but don't close him up, and they stay as part of the party. They are just basically put on as a display
for 3 days.
And, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the coffin is open. It was pretty scary to me.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand. I understood back then what was going on.
I didn't either when I was a kid, but actually my latest experience you may find somewhat funny. It's tragic and funny at the same time. My mother passed in 2013 in December, and it's totally different when you can communicate with people on the other side, because it's like they're still there. So when my partner and I walked into the funeral home, I went to the casket and I looked at my mom, and I heard my mom say in my ear, she said, "I like the way they did my hair, but they didn't darken my eyebrows and they need to be fixed." And so I started laughing, and my partner came up and he said, "Do you realize you're laughing in front of your mother's casket?" And I said, well, "It's what she just said to me." So I told him, and he wasn't surprised. But that's my mother, and she's like, "Well, fix it." I'm like, "I'm not going to go in there and fix it."
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, so that's a different take on wakes for me.
Yeah, for sure. So, how would you like people to like contact you? And also, this would be a good time to to give out your website and anything else that you want people to know about how they can work with you?
Okay. Well, everybody's always welcome to contact me through social media. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. If you go on Facebook and you just type in Rob Gutro, Gutro, I have 2 Facebook pages that are about ghosts and spirits, and I check each of them every week. Or you can get to me on my blog, which is called Ghosts and Spirits Insights.blogspot.com. And Twitter, I'm on Twitter too. I try everything. It's Ghost Medium Book, because all the other good stuff was taken.